Welcome to Central Park on this beautiful sunny afternoon. The ground looking in excellent condition, and a good crowd here for the Wigan versus Rochdale championship game. Rochdale, newly promoted from the second division, have been finding the transition rather difficult and are at the foot of the table, having lost both their opening games and having 66 points already put on them. Alan Ager, having to start almost from scratch, has a lot of old heads in his team now as he's rebuilding. Is Whitfield, formerly of Wigan and Halifax, with a lot of experience. He's got Grogan in from Australia and Halifax. Neil Holding, 12 seasons with St Helens. Ian Gormley, formerly of Salford. Gallagher, another Australian signing, and Paul McDermott, who's had lots of experience. On the Wigan side today, we're missing Scarrett, who's still having asthmatic trouble, so Wigan are almost an unchanged team, and we have Lydon back on the subs bench for this afternoon's game. Referee Campbell from Widnes in the centre of the field for the toss-up with the Wigan mascot picked by the supporters club. It must be a great thrill for him to be meeting the great man Ellery Hanley and to be standing there on this great ground in front of a goodly crowd. A great thrill for this young boy picked by the supporters club. Colin Whitfield, who's kicked so many good goals on this ground, wearing the skull cap this afternoon, to kick down towards the top end of the ground, and away we go. Wigan taking it safely near their own line, no mistake being made, wanting early possession. Tight in the early stages. Rochdale moving in quickly. Bobby Goulding from the play the ball. Forwards doing the hard grafting job, and that's good play by the Rochdale forwards. Came in together as a pack, hunting well, came in very hard. Betts battering his way over the 25 line. Wigan lining out now, ready for the kick. And it's Gregory who puts it in, he hoists it. It's a high one, Whitfield is there, sits up for him, Wigan up quickly, Edwards in. Good following up by Edwards and Hanley, they were in very quickly. And it's Edwards again, who did a great tackling stint last week, going across. Hall, the acting half-back. Crowd yelling for blood as these forwards in the early stages try to sort each other out. Cowie coming in hard. Good quick play the ball. Rochdale now sprayed it about, but no ground being gained as the two Wigan second row men and Hanley come in. Referee signalling that 5 tackles has gone, and that's a good kick. A good grubber kick on the last tackle, finding touch on the Wigan 25. Mr. Campbell, the referee, following the instructions of standing on the narrow side for the ball to be put in. It will be Andy Gregory to feed, and the odds are that it will be Andy Gregory to get it out. Lucas on the open side, wearing the skull cap, faced with a big prop, Cowie. In they go, balls in, wheeling all over the place. Hanley quickly away from the base of the scrum. Powerful run, Marriott comes in to take him. Bobby Goulding wanting a quick play. Not much chance that it goes out onto Gregory. Gregory handing on to Edwards. Wigan passing the ball, but they've an overlap if they can get it moving. Keeping it going well down the right-hand wing, but having to come inside, and the Rochdale cover came across well when it looks as if Wigan had the overlap from the play of the ball. Wigan now taking them on, coming straight at them, running hard and straight. Gregory waiting first pass. Gregory holding it, doing that wide run of it, jumping with it. Gets it out. Edwards as well, managed to keep the ball moving on to Lucas. Lucas going forward. Wigan look as if they want to keep it going today. Betts tearing down the middle. Coming, Paolo makes a beautiful break, taken from behind. 5 tackles gone, but Wigan getting into gear now as it comes out to Gregory. Gregory hoists a high one. Belted down as it's been played, taken by Wigan. Whipped inside. There's good play there as it comes on to Hanley. Hanley handing them off. He's on the last tackle, keeping the ball moving well. Wigan getting it going on to Bell. in a kick. An unusual move for Bell. And the referee stopped the game. He's coming on. He's having a word with the touch judge, who's come on from the far side of the field, and maybe for the late tackle on Andy Gregory. And the Rochdale player being called out. Well, that was well spotted by the touch judge. They are supposed to watch incidents off the ball. Andy Gregory had hoisted it by high. And it's Tony Humphries, used to play with Warrington. Been read the riot act. Hanley, the captain, decides we're going to have a kick for goal. Absolutely straight kick this for Bobby Goulding, teed up 9 yards inside the Rochdale half after a late tattle on Gregory. Belts at it, it's a high one. Touch judges are watching carefully and it goes over. Five minutes of the first half gone. Wigan take the lead with a penalty goal by Bobby Goulding. So it is Wigan 2, Rochdale 0. Wigan once again got to fight the way out to the 25. And he's had the ball stolen off him. Big overlap. That looks rather a high tackle. Referee's right on top of it. Rochdale now in a good attacking position. Forwards coming hard at Wigan. Goodway goes in hard. He's lost possession. Right underneath the Wigan post now. Scrum half holding. Clever little player switching directions from behind to play the ball. Wigan spotted it. Ball's flung back a long way and that's a bad pass. Hanley's up quickly and it's been well dropped on. Whitfield took it well, shaken in the tattle as Hanley came in on him. But that was untidy play by Rochdale. Grogan trying to get them moving, bringing it back inside. Plenty of Wigan players in defence. 5 gone, says the referee. 23 yards out from the Wigan line, out to Holding. Holding hoists a high one, that's an awkward ball. Right under the post, and the post were almost in the way. But he's so safe as the Bank of England, this Hanson. When he goes up for one of those, it's beautiful to watch him. And Hanley doing a lot of work this afternoon, coming away very strongly there from acting half-back, and a penalty for lying on, trouble in the scrum. The Rochdale forwards slowing the game down. Obviously they're wanting to contain Wigan with this power scoring machine. Oh, and that's not a particularly good kick. Slewed off the side of his foot, but touch has been found, so it's safe. Here come the forward, chairing in. Good 10 yards of ground gain. Goulding acting half-back. Looking going through Lucas, taking the forwards on, and they're holding him easily. He didn't tempt them at all. Gregory waiting first pass to get the moves going. Gregory has it. And Rochdale coming in quickly, pinning Wigan down. They're finding it hard at the moment to find the gap. Gregory once again puts a kick behind the defence. Marriott chasing him. It's Whitfield who takes it on his own 25. Edwards is up there, first man up to take him and put him down. Holding, little one round the narrow side of the field. Goodway comes in, gets away from Goodway. Gregory comes in as well. That was a good run by Marriott. Now it's Nixon trying to run across the field. Hall attacking half-back. A switch of direction and an overhead kick. And that's a good kick. Bounces a yard in from the touchline, just outside the Wigan 25. Good tactical kick by Rochdale, pushing Wigan back to their own 25. And in this opening 9 minutes, most of the players been in and around the Wigan 25. And a penalty against Wigan for not forming the scrum correctly. The referee said he wanted it straight. Holding with the ball, Holding going to bang it into touch. So that's a little bit of a discussion going on. Holding stabs at it, makes no mistake. So 6 tackles to come. Hall waiting for the ball to come in play. Onto Humphreys, doesn't give it to him, onto Holding. Holding gets it onto Cowie. Cowie running at Hanley, has to go down with it. Hall from the play the ball, doing a switch onto Holding. Holding hands a short one on. Keeping the ball, there's a big overlap out on the wing, and he come inside and they're still keeping it moving. That's good play, and great cover by Wigan, belts them into touch. Well, Rochdale worked it well there. They had the overlap, but the Wigan cover defence went across like grease lightning, and Rochdale were forced into touch. Didn't get the benefit of the 6 tackles. Referee on the popular side, on the narrow side, out onto Wigan coming away well. Hampson coming to the line out. Hampson up quickly, wanting a quick play the ball to Edwards. Edwards dumbing, having to turn back. Gets a long pass out to Myers. Myers coming out, turns him well. Good running by Myers. Proved quite elusive there as he cuts inside. Gets a good round of applause from the crowd. They like that run. Short pass, Wigan trying to break through, and this Rochdale defence holding very solid and safe and secure at the moment as Wigan go down the narrow side. Edwards, he can put a ball onto a Tannock, and Edwards, he picks his spot and makes no mistake, and that was a good touch. Halfway between the halfway line and the Rochdale 25, and it will be Neil Holding to feed. He should... Referee holding them up, and it goes straight out the side. Gregory quick to dive on it, but it has to go in again. Referee not happy, screeching away on his whistle as these forwards manoeuvre quickly out by Holding. On to Geraghty, who'd come in from the far wing. Betts in well into the tattle. And Iro there covers a tremendous amount of ground, going in, working well round the play the ball. Kick behind the Wigan defence. Boddicker going back to help Hampson, but Hampson probably played safe. Dummies with it, comes inside. It's picked up by Gormley and bounced down. And the referee giving a penalty for an offence, and referee saying that Gormley held him down, rubbed his forearm into him. So it's a let-off for Wigan. Hampson making his mark carefully. Good kick by Hampson. He's got Joe Lydon waiting on the substitutes bench to come on as a kicker. Golding wanting the ball quickly onto Lucas. Lucas driving in hard, gains a good 10 yards. Golding to Gregory. Gregory to Goodway. Goodway handing it on to Hanley. Hanley knocks one off, gets his pass in. And Wigan have lost a lot of ground in that movement as Iro comes up, and he's so strong. Bang, get off me, he said. Shifts him with that powerful handoff. Golding coming across to the play of the ball. Referee only 5 yards back. Rochdale lined up very, very close. As the gap comes and Wigan have dropped it. They'll be lucky they're not penalised for offside. Yes, the referee's given it. And Ink giving him for offside. Wigan knocked on, was picked up, but a player who couldn't have known where the ball had come from. So the Whitfield to kick for touch down the Wigan right wing, just inside his own half. Not a lot of ground gain, but it's safe. 12 yards inside the Wigan half as Hall comes over. Ball stuffed up the jumper like running into a brick wall. Not very effective play that by Rochdale. Run around being done with McDermott. And it's Rochdale now losing ground in possession as Hanley pushes his man further and further back. Long wide pass onto Grogan. Grogan trying to bring it inside. Onto Whitfield. 2 Wigan players still on the floor, slow getting up from the tattle. Ball's gone astray. Referee will give the knock on. Untidy play around the play of the ball. 2 Wigan players were a little bit slow getting into the action there. Taking a little time to get the scrum sorted out. It's wheeling very bad and it's shot out the Rochdale side. Wigan had to put in and lost possession. The pack wheeled all over the place. Acting half-back being allowed to run a long way. Wigan taking some time to sort themselves out. Referee's only moving 5 yards back. He's not going back very, very far. And so the defences are finding it easier to get up among the attackers. Rochdale now on to Cowie. Cowie being taken. Bell goes in. Goodway goes in. Edwards was in. Wigan hunting together as a pack as Grogan dummies tries to force his way through. Nobody buys the dummy. 5 tackles gone, says the referee, and a loose pass rolls along the floor onto Gallagher. Gallagher hoists a high one. Hampson jumping higher than anybody else and making ground naturally take it. Proud of that one. Wigan not lined out yet for the play of the ball. After that kick through, Gregory ready for a little move. He's almost level with the acting half. Back onto Lucas, makes a break. And he lost his feet. Betts lost his feet there as he was up to the halfway line. Almost through. Onto Goodway. Goodway turns it back inside onto Bell. Bell onto Edwards. Edwards dancing, trying to jink his way through. It's upended and bounced down on the halfway line. Golding to Gregory. Gregory drops it straight into the hands of the opposition. Comes out onto Nixon. Nixon trying to make a break. Botica and Bell coming well. And the referee penalising the pair of them. Says, get away from him. I want it played quickly. So it's a penalty to Rochdale. Whitfield, having discarded his skull cap, bangs it into touch, just outside the Wigan 25. Onto Humphreys. Humphreys taken, Platt going in with Lucas. Hall waiting for the play of the ball. To Holding. Holding to Gallagher. And a beautiful clean tackle by Hanley puts him down. Quick play of the ball. That was a good quick play of the ball. Gormley still going. A good run by Gormley. And eventually the Wigan defenders get back, smother him, but Rochdale playing with a lot of spirit and a lot of fire. Goes out, Grogan moving it across. Whitfield almost through. Taken from behind, but it's all Rochdale at the moment as Grogan gets it moving, and a wild pass from the hooker Hall goes in straight into touch. Well, Rochdale piling on a lot of pressure. Most of the game been played so far in these opening 18 minutes in the Wigan 25. Patrick moving all over the place. He's penalised. Gregory's penalised for not putting it in straight away. That's 2 penalties Wigan have given away at the scrum. And the referee stops the clock. I think he wants to read the riot act to Andy Gregory, who knows all the rules that exist for the putting in of the ball, but referee decides he hadn't done it properly, being backed up by his lawyer, Hanley there, putting the case for the defence, but he's lost it because the penalty's been given. Whitfield bringing the ball back, presumably he's going to kick the goal to try and level the scores. Whitfield signifying that he wants to kick for Tuck, but the referee says it's an indirect penalty. Whitfield was wanting to kick for goal, but not on. In fact, he's kicked the ball backwards towards his own try line. Goes on to Humphreys. Humphrey drops it. And Lucas says, ta very much. That was a lucky one for Wigan. Platt coming inside. And the Rochdale forwards coming in hard, coming in 3 at a time, and Wigan finding it difficult to break. They try to come through once more from acting half-back, going sideways across the field. And a penalty for offside. A great derisory roar from the crowd there. The referee who's going back the stipulated 5-yard, and that is a good long-ranging kick over the top of the popular side stand. Wigan wanted to get on with it quickly and tearing forward almost up to the 25. Onto Lucas. Lucas, a short one onto Betts. Betts well tackled good and hard and solidly. And to Gregory, to Edwards. Nobody moving. Edwards done as he decides he's going back in the middle, knocking him off. Strong run by Edwards, going out to the far wing. Got the Hornets buzzing them out. Little dummy there. Wigan trying to keep it moving. A long one comes out. Beldon is going inside. Beldon for the line. Long one to Botte. He's going inside. He's turning, he's twisting, and he's held a couple of yards short. Referee stopping the game. And he's giving Wigan a penalty. He signalled out, looked a little bit as if he was signalling that a stiff arm had gone out in the tackle. So Wigan have a penalty. 11 yards in from the left-hand touchline, and Golding going to have another kick at goal halfway through the first half. Now Golding with the ball set up on the 25-yard, 11 yards in, stabs at it, it's not a good one, it's gone across the face of the post, taken cleanly. Rochdale in possession on their own line, and really that's the first time that Wigan have been down there in these opening 20 minutes, so I don't know how fit and able Rochdale are. They put in an awful lot of effort in these opening 20 minutes and have pinned Wigan in the 25, but now Wigan in the Rochdale 25, but Rochdale with possession, and this time it's Wigan forwards who are coming in quickly, trying to hold Rochdale down there. Only 2 points in it. Rochdale line very flat, fling it back for the kick. It's an awkward one, and it did, it bounced very awkwardly and rolled into touch. Hampson had to play it carefully, but that was a good clearing kick, so we'll scrum down with Wigan's put in. 5 yards inside the Rochdale half. Gregory coming over. That should be Wigan's, but the pack's very untidy and it's stuck, and it's locked in the pack. Referee says it's Wigan's ball. As Hanley fell on that in the scrum, very untidy stuff as Edwards onto Bell. Bell trying to cut, there's trouble in the pack. After that pack broke up, it looks perhaps worse than it is. I think there are more players pulling other players off than are actually involved in this back half. It was a very untidy scrum, it collapsed. An arm went over, it was Hanley who got up with it. And there was a little bit of aggro among these lads. Somebody didn't like somebody else's aftershave. Gormley was right at the very bottom of it, last to get up. Referee shoving everybody away, calling on the touch judge on this side of the field. Well, that was a very untidy scrum, and they broke up in a bit of a fracas. Hanley and Gormley was the last up from it, being read the riot act by the referee. There's a lot of feeling in this game. Hanley pleading his case most eloquently there. He was the one who came away. The scrum had been so badly formed. Now what? And he's given the penalty to Rochdale, to the bulls of the crowd. They don't like that. Now I don't know why they couldn't possibly have seen what was going on in the scrum. But it was Hanley who came up with the ball, and he's been penalised, and Whitfield will put it into touch down the Wigan left wing. He's not found it, it's been touched. The touch judge is given that it was a signalling that it was touched before it went in. So once more we're back on the Wigan try line. Did well to get at that. That was a long kick by Whitfield. Wigan managed to touch it, so it will be a scrum down, but and the Rochdale forward slow coming over. It will be holding to feed. Rochdale in the strong position here, and it goes quickly out, picked up by the loose forward by McDermott, refereeing quickly to see what's going on. Onto Holding, to Grogan, back onto Holding. Whitfield going for the line. Wigan defence broke well. Lord sends a long one across, and the ball's been dropped. And Wigan out like greyhounds out of the trap are pushed Rochdale back towards the 25, but Rochdale are turning it on now. Going hard for the line. Grogan can't get it inside as he went down. Rochdale now spraying it across the 25 line as Holden moves it on to Gallagher. Gallagher's easily taken. 5 tackles gone, says the referee. Holden, little grubber kick, covered by Wigan and knocked on, not taken cleanly. Ball played by Rochdale and into touch, and the referee will give the knock on 5 yards from the Wigan line, and once more it will be Holden to put the ball in. So Wigan are under a tremendous amount of pressure at the moment. Rochdale playing really well at the moment, causing Wigan a lot of problems and a lot of concern. It's in, it's wheeled. Holden has it, lobs it onto Grogan. Grogan moving across onto Whitfield. Whitfield being taken, little bit hesitant there. Plays it back to Nixon. Nixon moving it across onto Grogan. Grogan holding it, sends a long pass out. Little dance out to the wingman, going for the line. And Wigan tore across to the corner. Myers did very well indeed there. Once again, Rochdale had the old overlap, but Wigan had the speed to cover. And Wigan are under a lot of pressure as Hornets are piling it on now down at the Spine Cop end of the ground. And it will be Gregory to feed. In it goes. Gregory has it, lobs it across. Wigan having to fight the way out from their own 25. Rochdale coming in quickly. Edwards. Hampson bringing it away. Bell lobs it inside. Wigan fighting the way away from the 25 as Golding comes up. Golding onto Gregory. Gregory dummying to turn it back inside. Wigan lobbing it about at the moment. Going along the 25 line, finding it hard to make progress. Betts moves it inside. Gregory puts the kick in. Straight down Whitfield's throat, and he dropped it. Referee said it went back. He did drop it. Referee said it went back. And Edwards and Betts up quickly. Holding, waiting for the play of the ball. Round the narrow side of the field. Lucas coming in hard. Barry McDermott, but that's a good run by Nixon. Hall coming over onto Holden. Holden moving it on onto Gallagher. Gallagher runs into the defence. Holding again onto Grogan. Grogan going cross-field. The short pass and the through. The break is on. And they're going over that. And that great cover, but saved Wigan at the last minute. 5 tackles gone, but it's Rochdale hot on the attack. Sprayed it wide out across. A loose pass, and the ball's still on the floor. Bell kicks at it. Wigan are up there. Bottica kicks at it. Wigan take it up, pick it up cleanly. Referee lets play go on. Wigan came away there after a while. Loose pass by Rochdale. Not a booing from the crowd. They thought there was trouble, and the referee gives a penalty. Petty infringements holding up the game. Wigan get a penalty. Fence at the play of the ball. 10 yards inside the Rochdale half, right in front of the post. 28 minutes gone. Straight kick, it's once more, it's just about 9 yards inside the Rochdale half. It's absolutely straight as he kicks down the cup. He hits it, he's lifted it, and it's over. Another penalty goal to Goulding. Wigan then 4, Rochdale 0. Whitfield, it's a long one on the Wigan try line, brought inside, let the forwards do the work. He come good way right up to the 25. Goulding to Gregory. Gregory changing direction, whips it back inside. Wigan trying to come down the middle. Hall coming in, smothers him. Lucas coming in very, very hard and straight. Now it's Betts' turn. Betts dancing a little bit inside. 10 yards cleared. Bit of mauling in the tattle. As Gregory makes a lovely break. He has support. He has Hanley with him. Hanley streaking forward. He has players with him. But he's well taken from behind. 5 tackles gone, says the referee. Wigan putting the kick behind the defence. Myers chasing it, ball rolls into touch. And the ref, I think the touch judge just signalled that it should be Wigan's put in. It might have been touch, no. He's penalising Wigan. Must have been offside from that kick through, so it's a relief for Rochdale. Penalty kick 10 yards from their own line. Brings it well outside the 25. Big props deciding they're going to do the hard graft. No tries so far. We've been playing 31 minutes. And the threat of tries really come from Rochdale so far in this half. Bit of a wasted tackle there by the acting half-backs. He tried to come through. Wigan defence has held well, and that's a long kick at the 25. It sits up nicely for Hampson. He has Botica with him, holding it, dummy it. It's going through, can't get it out to Botica. Botica waiting for the play of the ball. Inside to Bell, Bell back onto Botica, Botica having a run, lets the ball go back, it's Edwards who picks it up, sends a long one out to Kevin Iro coming down the middle, Iro taking them with him, holding the ball, dummying, can't get rid of it, and Wigan are back to the last position of the last play of the ball. Botica having a run from acting half-back, trying to batter his way through on the halfway line. Bobby Goulding to Gregory, Gregory to Edwards, Edwards doing a turnaround, the break is on! Good way, but through brilliantly. Looking for support, gets it on to Hanley. Hanley lobs, and it could well be a forward pass, but Wigan are in. And that's the opening try. 31 minutes gone. Well, that try was well set up by Goodway. He broke through brilliantly. He had Hanley with him, and Dean Bell had gone over to the far side of the field, and it was Dean Bell who went over. 35 minutes gone. Dean Bell opening Wigan's try, making it now Wigan 8, Rochdale 0, and Wigan have at last managed to open the door. So once again, Whitfield into the in-goal area. Up to the 25. Wigan played securely. Hanley eager to get this ball, but he doesn't go to him. McDermott pulling and tugging away, trying to wrest the ball away. Betts taken as he received it. He bounced down, bit in the rubbery. Down and up, Goulding, and a lovely sidestep by Edwards, gains a lot of ground. That was a quick one, dancing beautifully like a ballet dancer. Out to Gregory. Gregory puts the kick behind the defence. Geraghty having to go back for it on his own 25, and there's a solid wall of cherry and white jerseys waiting to bury him. Whitfield getting nowhere from the acting half-back position. Defenders up quickly. Moved inside once again. We get this bullocking from the prop forwards. Grafting stuff, hard work, but nothing spectacular about it. Wigan in quickly. Good tackling by Dean Bell. A bit of aggro going on. Cowie not happy with Dean Bell there. Referee signals 5 tackles have gone. Lined up for the kick. Whitfield takes it. It's been knocked down. That should be Wigan's if touched it. Hanley takes it cleanly. On to Hampson coming steaming up. Hampson making a nice break, but he can't get shut of the ball. Myers waiting behind the play of the ball. On to Iro. Iro running cross-feed, knocks one off. Still going, trying to come through the middle. There's 3 of them hold of him. Be lucky if he can hang on to the ball, and the referee said he dropped it as he went down. So Wigan got very little out of that kick. Beholding to feed. Coming round from the Wigan side naturally to put it in. Puts it in, it's shooting out. Holding, doing a little switch. Nixon coming inside. Gormley, hard man Gormley. Whitfield doing Nixon doing a little dummy run from the active half-back. Hall waiting for the play of the ball. Moved on by Holding on to Cowie. Cowie drops the ball, it's been fly kicked back. Rochdale regain possession as Goodway comes in. Whitfield kicking in the Wigan 25. Hampson sensibly traps it. Faced by the centre, gets out of one tackle, but then he's buried. Well taken by Lord. Came in well to take him. Botica, good positional play by Botica. It goes out onto Iro. Iro still trying to fight his way through. Dragging his way through, great break. He has Hanley with him. They were very, very close together and he couldn't get it to Hanley. Golding coming up now. Golding out to Gregory. Gregory, long pass across the field. Onto Goodway. Goodway. And Botica who's out on the far side of the field in the right centre position. Ball stitched tight at the moment as Golding comes over. Golding out to Gregory. Gregory going down the middle to the little switch and there's a break. On to Hanley. Hanley knocks one on. Wigan have knocked on. They couldn't pick it up cleanly. And Rochdale regain possession. Touch judges on. A little more battling. There's a lot of needle in this game. Wigan player down on the floor. Touch, quite a few times the touches come on, things happening after the... And the yellow card has been shown and it will be a penalty to Wigan. Whitfield coming to the sin bin. There's about a minute to go to half-time. Wigan with an easy kick. 38 minutes gone. Into the last few minutes of this first half. It could well be another 2 points to Wigan. Not done a lot of attacking down at the Rochdale end of the ground, but they have 8 points showing at the moment. As Botica taking this one slightly to the right of the post. Taking a lot of care and a lot of time. Stabs at it, lifts it very high and over. Botica puts Wigan into a 10-0 lead. Rochdale will restart the second half with a man short. Wigan clearing the lines. Strong run by Good. Edwards going over to behind the play of the ball. Little dart. Gains his 5 yards of ground and mauling away at him, swinging him round. Goulding. Inside to Betts. Betts taking them on. Wigan playing it tight at the moment as Cowie goes in hard. Golding waiting for the play of the ball. On to Edwards. Edwards a little overhead kick and he's up there, his first up. Fly kicks at it. Ball still on the floor and it's dropped on by Marriott.
Go on, Campbell, give him a free kick. He lost ball.
Myers in quickly around the play of the ball. Eager to get into the fray with Lucas. And you can see that Rochdale had no intention of passing the ball there, was stuffed up the jumper, and so the hooter goes. 40 minutes gone, Wigan 10, Rochdale 0, and Rochdale have given a good account of themselves in this first half, and they go in 10 points behind. Wigan 10, Rochdale 0. Both sides made a substitution for the start of the second half. Kevin Iro gone off, Joe Lydon come on, and Villa has come on for the Hornets. Hornets in their own 25, and most of the game was in the first half. As Hall moves it inside, Wigan forwards holding them very easily at the moment. Hall gives a little tap, says let's get on with playing the ball. Long pass from Holding. I presume that Whitfield is still in the sin bin. I don't see anyone standing in the full-back position. Awkward kick coming through. Myers coming across. Traps it. Myers in his own half, going inside. Followed across well and put down by Gallagher. Bottica coming from the other wing. Makes a strong, determined dart. Bobby Golding. On to Lydon, Lydon coming in field. And the referee's giving a forward pass. Dennis Betts coming tearing through. Wigan were very close together, and he's given an obstruction as he went through. Wigan players were packed very close together. Holding. Fine stuff just outside the Wigan 25. So Rochdale setting themselves up in the attack as Wigan line out on their own 25. Hall takes a tap, Holding hanging it on. Prop forwards trying to batter the way through. Betts is into the tattle. Hall switches it round, and these prop forwards working extremely hard. Nothing spectacular, but a lot of good hard graft coming from them. Wasted tattle as acting half-back, doesn't get very far at all. Now a long one comes out. Wigan move up quickly. Comes on to Villa. Villa quickly into the game. Jumming, trying to force his way through. His arms are locked. He goes down in the fifth tattle as Nixon comes over. Nixon moves the cross field. And it's a penalty against Wigan, offending at the play of the ball on the last tattle. Referee giving an obstruction, and so with 2 minutes gone in the second half, Holding has a chance to reduce Wigan's lead. Wigan finding it very hard to get into any kind of rhythm this afternoon. Rochdale Hornets harassing them, coming at them hard, not giving away an inch. Holding, leg heavily strapped. Stabs at it, and it looks a good one. It's inside, so 2 minutes of the second half gone. Penalty goal to Neil Holding. Wigan crowd getting a little bit restive with the Wigan performance as Joe Lydon takes a very deep, very high ball right up to the try line. And that's a good run, a determined run by Rochdale, trying to bring it out. Now they're spreading the ball across the field. Gormley coming in. High kick. Hampson takes it cleanly. Knocks one off. Still coming hard. Then he's buried under the Hornets' blue jerseys. Wigan very badly bunched, not well lined out. Rochdale lying very close, and Wigan finding it very hard, and there are groans coming from the crowd. Wigan very stilted. Lucas tries to have a go. Wigan half-backs working the move, and Gregory sends a long one out. On to Betts. Good way waiting behind to play the ball to Gregory. Gregory, long wide pass. Line dummy. Wigan going hard down that left wing, bringing Botic inside. Botic making a great, runs into the cover defence. Moving well, goes down in the fifth tackle. High kick hoisted, Wigan are under it and the full-back. Ball's loose, this could be Wigan's and it's fly kick back. Wigan tacking down the right wing. Myers brought inside, going back out, and he's bounced down. The referee says it's 6 tackles gone. Hasn't been touched by Rochdale, so it's the rollover. Rochdale back in their own 25. Myers going in. Hall whips it across the field. And Rochdale gaining no ground at the moment as Holding comes over to active half-back. And the ball's been dropped. Can Wigan take advantage of it in its good way? Can't take it cleanly. Ball still loose. The referee's giving the knock on. He's bringing them back. And that was a comedy of errors there as player after player dropped the ball. And now we have Whitfield back on the field. Rochdale now back with the full complement. Gregory to Edwards. Edwards moving it on to Bell. Bell trying to bash his way through. Out to Gregory. Gregory moving it. Wigan's pass has been knocked down. Referee says it's a knock-on. That could have been very dangerous if that had been taken cleanly. Marriott not able to take that cleanly. And it looks as if there's a substitution being made. McDermott's coming back on. Villa probably going off. McDermott, the loose forward. Referee holding the play up for him. Gregory feeds, coming out to Wigan slowly. Gregory having to dive for it, manages to get it. Came out very untidily. Hadley waiting behind to play the ball to Edwards. Edwards doing it. Wigan's finding it hard to get through the solid Hornets defence. Now Platt taking them on, coming inside, gets over the 25, he dropped the ball. Frustration getting into the Wigan ranks one feels. And that's a good, beautiful tackle by Joe Lydon, fighting for his place perhaps. And he's in again. Good tackling by Lydon, and it was low and hard. And it's Hanley this time, helped with Lucas. And with Platt. Rochdale looking at the lining up, ready for the kick. Whitfield belts it downfield. Hampson has it covered, takes it well. He has Botic on his outside. Gets it out to Botic, not a particularly good pass, but Botic dancing his way inside. Good running by Botic. Managed to keep the ball moving. Good way, showed a lot of determination. He won't go down, but he's going to disappear under numbers. 3 of them come in, he's lost possession. Wigan pick it up, the referee will give the knock on. Well, one wonders whether he might not have been better going down with the ball and getting it played. Wigan will probably lose possession here as Holding comes over. And ball not in correctly, says the referee. Penalty to Wigan. 8 minutes gone. Joe Lydon, great kicker of a ball. Bangs it high. Touch judge marking it 10 yards inside the Rochdale Goulding onto Platt. Platt turning at them, almost up to the 25 before he has to die. Now, oh, and the referee missed it. Says he knocked on. Wigan complaining. Desperation as well as frustration. And once again, sloppiness at the play of the ball as lost Wigan possession, and it will be holding to feed. Puts it in, it's picked straight out the side of the tunnel. Very lucky there wasn't a penalty at the side of the scrum. Ball shot straight out of the tunnel. Referee trying to sort the front rows out. That's going to come out. Holding moves it across the field. On to Garrity. Whitfield. Easily taken. Good tackle by Light. Line's done a lot of defensive work since he came onto the field at half-time. Seemed well fired up this afternoon, Joe Lydon. And this is very sloppy, untidy play. Poor, slack, loose handling. And it looks as if Wigan are making another substitution. Gildart going on, and Bobby Goulding coming off. So Wigan, be interesting to see who goes into the middle of the front row as Gildart comes on to replace Goulding. Ball's out to Wigan. Referee said we'll have it in again. It's come out at the side of the tunnel. Andy Gregory puts it in. Long one out to Edwards. Edwards trying to go through. No way through the strong defence. Dean Bell coming over. Hanley lobs it out. Lydon did well to take that one. Botica has come across field looking for support. Onto Gildart. Gildart goes driving in. Good way, waiting behind the play of the ball. Onto Hampson. Hampson trying to crack his way over the 25 line. Edwards onto Betts. And the Hornets defence is holding secure as the referee holds his hand up to show 5 tackles has gone to Gregory. Gregory, a grubber kick. Awkward one. Coming to Garrity. Garrity trying to go outside. There's no way past Myers and Platt. Whitfield waiting behind the play of the ball. Whitfield runs crossfield and Joe Lydon tackling again. Hall whips it inside, holding a long one, and it rolls across the field. Referee said it's not a knock on. Wigan cover across to the far wing. And a lot of this is one man at a time rugby. It's holding the long pass out. Hanley takes him, man and ball. No chance of getting out of that as he took Humphries. Grogan moves it back. Whitfield kicks. Sits up for Hampson on his own 25. Legs are taken. Cowie comes in over the top. Myers going into the middle, running crossfield, runs into the front row, and they hurl him down. Humphries in again with a hooker. Goodway waiting behind the play of the ball to Gregory. Gregory long one to Edwards. Wigan trying to split them with the passing, and the ball's gone astray. Botica did well to take that and to get out of trouble. Good run by Botica. When Wigan were in dead trouble there, he took that ball well and cleared it, but he's lost it. And Wigan penalised for offside at the play of the ball. And Wigan very uncoordinated at the moment, no cohesion in the play, and the handling is not good. 14 minutes gone. Rochdale with an easy penalty goal to take. Well, Wigan put up a fantastic performance last week at Castleford in the second half, but they don't seem to be able to be getting it together this afternoon. And this should put Rochdale within striking distance of Wigan as Whitfield takes this. He's a very sound, safe goal kicker. He stabs at it. And I put the mockers on him and I said he was a sound goal kicker. He missed it. Missed an easy kick, so it will be drop out from the Wigan 25. A let-off for Wigan. Still 10 points to 2 with quarter of an hour of the second half gone as Joe Lydon belts out a long deep one to Whitfield, takes it well. Whitfield looking for support. Hanley going in to help Betts in the tattle. McDermott coming in, Platt takes him, managed to get his pass on to Gormley. Hall waiting for the play the ball, on to Holding a long pass going out. Bit of juggling with the ball. And there's a lovely break by the Hornets. Stopped by Hampson, but they came through well from acting half back. Hornets now piling it on Wigan, putting the pressure on them. 5 tattles gone, says the referee, as Hall moves it inside. Holding, dummying to kick, sends a long pass which rolls along the floor. And it's come off. It's a fortunate pass for them. And now they're going to be smothered. They are in the last tackle, so it will be a rollover 10 yards from the Wigan line. And Wigan not seeming to have any ideas at all as to how to crack this Hornets defence. They put up most spirited performance and very sure and very solid in the tackling. Now it's not Lucas who went through without the ball. Wigan fighting the way out of the 25. Goodway is acting half back at the moment. And the referee giving the obstruction. Player going through without the ball. Some of the Wigan players don't seem to have been introduced to each other. They've no idea what the other fella's doing at all. So it's a penalty to Rochdale. And once more they're going to kick for goal. And that was an appalling effort, an abysmal effort by Whitfield. So it's another let-off for Wigan, and once more they're going to have to drop out from their own 25 and probably give possession back to the Hornets as Joe Lydon on his own 25. That's a long kick. A very long kick. As Garrity goes back for it. Wigan line of defenders is up there. And he's fouled. Good clean tackle. Wigan now getting behind the team, but can't attack without the ball. And Rochdale Hornets, what they've got, they're clinging to as they come ploughing the way forward. And that was surely a forward pass. Everybody on the popular side saw that one, and a great roar went up in the hope that Wigan are going to get the ball back. Big Gregory to feed. In it goes. Gregory away from the scrum, making the break. Running wide, Gregory's nearly through, followed from behind and put down. Hanley moving it on. Hampson trying to go through on his own. Botica's come inside from the far wing. Myers onto Botica. Botica moves it out onto Gildart. Gildart trying to crash his way through over the 25 line. Edwards up behind to play the ball. Edwards takes it, turning it on to Gregory. Gregory dummying, and Gregory's going. Goodway's going for the line, and he's well tasked, but that was a nicely worked move by Wigan. Split them open there, but the cover came across. Gregory holding it, puts in a little grubber kick. It's over the try line, and the try is given. Gregory's little kick through has brought Wigan a try. Well, Wigan had seemed to be held there, and then Goodway made a good break. Gregory showing them the ball, put a little kick through. Ball bouncing about all over the place in the in-goal area. Botica alive and alert. Managed to get his hand to it just before it went over the dead ball line to make it now Wigan 14, Rochdale 2. And Wigan should by now be starting to push themselves away. They should be starting to pile the points on. Whitfield. Low. Hampson whips it inside. Good low tackling, one downstairs, one upstairs, taking Wigan. Edwards turning, twisting, trying to force his way through. Wigan's line out a bit untidy as Lucas takes him on. Douglas driving in 10 yards from the halfway line. Joe Lydon belts it down the field. That's nicely for Garrity. Myers takes him easily. With Dean Bell going into the town. Bell's in again. Whitfield going crossfield. Wigan moved into the Rochdale line out and they weren't getting anywhere at all. Trying on the kick. Hampson safe and sure his own 25. Botica going with him. Dummies to give it to Botica. Caught in possession. Botica going from behind to play the ball, having a little run from the acting half-back, and he's gained a good 10 yards of ground before he's put down. Missed Honley. Betts did well to take it. Good way, who's gone to acting half-back. Looking for support, gets it onto Edwards. Edwards dummies, comes inside, keeping it moving. Onto Hanley. Hanley dummies, Hanley trying to get through, manages to hand it on. Looking for support, well backed up. Out to Myers, Myers going inside. Good run by Myers, he's still going. Great run by Myers. He did extremely well there, setting Wigan up now in a strong attacking position. As Goodway dummying from behind to play the ball, sends a long one out, which Wigan done well to take. Edwards flicks it back, goes out onto the wing, and Wigan have knocked on. Well, Wigan showing a little flash there, and Myers did extremely well here from the wing. He cut inside and beat man after man, just didn't have sufficient speed eventually to get over as he was pulled down short. However, it will be Hornets to feed. The odds are that it will be Hornets to come away from the 20 yards out. Holding has it, rolled it backwards, didn't go forward. Crowd screamed for a knock on, but he was didn't pick. Ball's gone loose, and referee, what's he going to say? He's going to say it's been dropped in the tackle, and watching his arm, see who's giving the put into. Gregory to put it in, hanging in the pack. Gregory gets it to Edwards on the narrow side. Edwards sidestepping. Gets to get his pass in. Goes out onto Myers. Myers coming inside very sensibly. Got away from the touchline. Hanley waiting for the play of the ball. Hanley onto Lucas. Lucas puts his shoulder in. Gormley goes at him. Hanley onto Gregory. Gregory. Done around Gregory again, moving it behind the other Wigan players. Wigan going through the line, can't turn it back inside. Line moving it out. Wigan coming inside again. Held 10 yards out from the line. Referee standing over the top of them to see what's going on. Gregory onto Edwards. Edwards holding it. Wigan battling the way through, and it comes on to Lucas. Lucas out to Myers. Myers on the touchline, puts a little overhead kick. Is he going to be the first there? Ball's kicked into touch. Well, that was a nice little move by Myers down the wing here. He was faced with a lot of defenders. Tried a little kick through and he was almost the first to it. The ball riddled and squirmed and jiggled about, and it's going to be Gregory to feed. So now it's Wigan hot on the attack. Referee not happy with the scrum. Montfundament on the 10-yard mark. In it goes, out to Gregory, on to Edwards. Edwards dummying, on to Hanley to Gregory. Gregory chipping his way through. Can Wigan keep it moving? They're going for the line. Bell bringing Botic inside, and he's over. Well, Wigan attack well, and that man Gregory was in it again. Gregory working well with Bell. Bell going strong. He used Botica well there in the corner. They get it down just inside the corner flag. Rochdale now in a good attacking, but that's not good passing though. They've lost ground. Ball rolling along the deck. McDermott running strongly. The referee says he dropped it as he went down, so we scrum down just inside the Wigan 25. Back wheeling as Gregory moves it out onto Hampson. Hampson running wide, a long pass to Lydon. Lydon holding it, bringing Myers inside. Cover comes across to take him. He went strong and determinedly. Bit of lying on in the tattle as Hampson whips it inside. Onto Hanley. Bit of a swing there by Gormley, giving him pneumonia. Got a call from the drafter that it didn't connect. Gildart fighting his way up to the halfway line. Good way, waiting behind the play of the ball. Gregory line, very flat first pass. Doing the run around with Edwards. A nicely timed pass on to Bell. Bell coming in strongly. Edwards going through. Lovely timed pass. And ball's gone loose. We can get the ball back. Gets on to Betts. Betts coming in the middle, driving in hard. Betts still going. Powers his way over the 25 line. Wigan lining up now in the fifth tattle. Gregory holds it, puts in a grubber kick. Edwards is chasing it with Myers, and they dive, and Wigan have scored. Joe Lydon in, lovely little kick through. Rochdale lying up, coming in very quickly, and now it's, as we said, in these last 15 minutes, Wigan now pile the pressure on. 8 yards in from the touchline, down to the spine cup. And it looks as if Sean Edwards might be having a little bit of cramp. He's up on his feet again. Keith Mills sorted him out, splashed him with the holy water. Rapid recovery. Botica stabs at it. And it's over. Good kick by Botica. Wigan now 24, Rochdale 2, and Wigan now in the ascendancy, right on top. Taken them a long time. They've had to struggle hard to get these points on the board, but class has eventually told to Whitfield. Hanley gained a couple of yards of ground. Good way, acting half-back dummies. Wigan making onto Lucas. Lucas still struggling, taking them with him. Took a bit of sting out of Grogan there. Grogan not getting up. Loose pass by Wigan, but they regain possession. Good way from behind the play of the ball. Ball's been knocked down. Referee says play on. Joe Lydon done some real copybook tattling this afternoon. McDermott from behind to play the ball. Grogan trying to stretch the Wigan defence, and there's a gap appears. Rochdale turning for the Wigan line. Hampson solid and sure at the back, stops it, but holding now, holding the ball, gives a short pass. Wigan have had time to recover, regroup the defence. 10 yards out, right in front of the posts. Rochdale trying to keep it moving, just short of the Wigan line, referee says. He's having a word with the touch judge. Roll over, caught in the last tackle, and Rochdale bringing a substitute on, bringing Turner on as Hanley trying to clear the Wigan line, and he's being carried back. Gormley going in, determining he's penalised Wigan. He must have said held, I would think. Joe Lydon. Goodway coming up to restart with the tap. Onto Platt. Platt got that standing still, not too well timed. The mauling away at him, trying to wrest the ball away. Goodway to Lucas. Lucas puts his shoulder in. And these Rochdale forwards playing their hearts out. Goodway. Onto Gregory. Gregory doing his domain. He's buried. Absolutely buried by Gormley. Lydon. Long rolling kick. Whitfield should be able to keep it in play in his own 25. Myers going up, hangs on to him, puts him down with consummate ease. Hanley up to help. Hanley following that kick up very quickly. Lord from behind to play the ball. Chased by Myers. Hall behind to play the ball. Onto Holding. And Rochdale have lost territory. Trying the wide pass at the moment, trying to stretch Wigan out, and Wigan having no problem at all. 5 tackles gone. Little overhead kick, it's covered well, not taken cleanly. And Rochdale have got it back and they've got support. A beautiful covering, and there's a knock on. Well, after that clear break, 5 minutes from the end of the game, lovely little kick by Holding. Wigan had it covered but couldn't take it cleanly, and Holding followed up. And in the tackle, they lost possession, and so it will be Wigan to feed. The man of the match has just been awarded to Dean Bell as Gregory comes round to feed. Shoots out the Wigan side of the pack. Onto Hampson. Hampson slips, dies with the ball. Onto Hanley. Hanley trying to clear his line. Still on it. Took a lot of putting down. Goodway moving it across onto Lucas. Lucas can't get through. His arms are locked. Couldn't get rid of the ball. Gildart trying to come through, managed to get in on Hanley, can't take it cleanly. Rochdale have it, they've an overlap as they move it out to the wing. Nicely moved inside by Lord, but eventually he was taken. McDermott waiting behind to play the ball, he drops it. Could do with a bucket. He's no reason at all, he was under no pressure. Line wide open and he dropped the ball. And the referee has given a penalty before the pack can get down. Holding. Brings the ball a little further away from the line, giving them a little more room to manoeuvre. Holding. Moves it across onto Cowie. Cowie trying to come through the wing and lets the ball drop onto the floor. All Holding can do is pick it up. Hall. onto Humphreys. Humphreys trying to crash his way through. A lot of Wigan jerseys there. And eventually he's forced down to the deck. Hall having a run from the play of the ball. Gains a couple of yards. Plenty of effort, not a lot of ideas. It goes to Grogan. Grogan in a nice dummy. Right underneath the post. Rochdale turning it on. They're hoping to get a try. Only 2 points on the board. And Wigan come in and hold them. 5 tackles gone, says the referee. Turning and twisting, and a loose ball goes over. A high pass, this should be covered by Wigan after the kick. Well taken by Platt. Going to be 40. Manages to stay just in the field of play. Wigan right on their own line. And the referee halted play as the touch judge is on. Must have seen something. The Rochdale player down on the Wigan try line. The clock showing 38 minutes gone. And it's the sin bin. Rochdale with a tap right on the Wigan try line. Wigan trying to keep the line intact as Andy Platt comes off. That'll be the end of his efforts in this game. Not a lot of sparkle at the moment as Holding moves it across the line. Grogan turns it back inside. And it's been intercepted by Lydon. Rochdale throwing it about as if it were a red hot ember. Myers from behind to play the ball. Wigan probably happy to settle for this score now. And there's still a lot of vigour going into this game. Goodway on his own 25, waiting for the play of the ball. Wigan moving across the 25 line. Inbound managed to get his pass in. Ball's been lost, and Edwards up there quickly, and Wigan followed up, and he's going to give offside. Taken quickly, and it said, referee said Wigan have not gone the 10 yards back, and take it again, and it's taken quickly. And Rochdale dying to get a try, failed to do so. Not the most spectacular of games, but at least it's another 2 points to Wigan as they go in victorious over Rochdale Hornets by 24 points to 2. Now that we've got that one underneath our belt, we have with us Harry Pinner, who will now give us his impressions of the game. It turned out, Harry, to be rather a harder task than we thought that it might have been.
Well, we knew that was going to be quite hard. They've come up from second division to first division, and they got stuck in. They got amongst us. They played quite well.
I felt that at one time there was a lot of frustration coming into the Wigan play that they couldn't get the moves going.
Yeah, well, as we've just said, they certainly tackle well, and they broke us down quite well. And we put moves on, and they didn't come. They didn't come quite right, like. But I'm sure we'll be right.
How do you think our 2 wingmen are fitting into the team? They seem to do quite well this afternoon.
Yeah, well, they've both been given the chances, and they've both played really well. At Castleford last week, they played well, and to be honest, I thought they played very well today.
Are all our players back at peak fitness now, or are some of the players still struggling a little?
Well, there is a few knocks and injuries, but you get that at week in, week out football, don't you? But they've certainly trained well.
I thought Joe Lydon did a tremendous stint of tackling when he came on in the second half.
Yeah, well, he gets at the play of the ball and picks 2 and 3 tackles up at a time, Joe. He did quite well when he come on.
We've got a hard job on next week, and we're having to go again into Yorkshire to Bradford. Do you think there'll be a tough tussle next week as well? Well,
it's always hard at Bradford. They have a big pack, but I think we'll come through unscathed. To be honest, I think we'll do well though.
And then the highlight of this week, of course, is the picking of the Aussie team who will be over here. Do you think that's going to be one of the real highlights of the season for us?
Well, I would think there'll be 30,000 plus on here, won't there? And I'm sure we'll give them a good game as well. I know John would like that.
Do you think we'll have many representatives in the Great Britain team?
I would like to think so. All going well, I'm sure there'll be at least 5 or 6.
Well, thanks very much, Harry. And now we're looking forward again to another victory next week.
just feel a slight scratch. Others feel it more strongly.
Very reassuring.
How was that?
It's sort of like being hit with a tiny hammer.
I've never thought of it like that before.
If my mum could see me now,
She'd not approve.
she'd go mental. She's very evangelical, devil's work and all that.
Is that what made you change your mind?
Well, I don't think you should be afraid to try anything once.
No, you're absolutely right. You're a long time dead. Okay, last one. What was that? Did you feel that?
No. Can you take these out, please?
The treatment's not finished
Can you
yet.
just take them out?
Look, I'm really sorry. Nothing like this has ever happened before. I don't know what on earth that could have been.
It was nothing. Look, I'm sorry, I've got to go. I've got a meeting.
Where do you want me to sign?
Erica, please, I don't want you leaving feeling like this.
Well, then you shouldn't have meddled, should you? Trying to play the happy healer. You really don't know what you're dealing with.
Thank you.
Oh!
You're right. Look like you've seen a ghost.
Well, it feels like I have.
Why, what happened?
I'm not sure, really. I was just doing this acupuncture treatment on that woman that Vivian tried to scare off.
She came back then.
It's a balancing treatment. I've used it loads of times. But just as I put the last needle in her head, which completes the circuit, this force swept through the room.
You've been drinking too much herbal tea.
Oh.
You're not joking, are you?
No, I'm not. And it wasn't a positive energy either. It was like a big, dark presence had entered the room. I know it sounds a bit bonkers. I can't quite believe it myself. This, last month I went to this symposium on Chinese acupuncture, and one of the lecturers there did say that some of the treatments can be extremely powerful. And I presumed he was exaggerating, but I actually felt it. Every hair on my body stood on end.
Well, we just had a delivery. The door slammed shut. Could have been a draft.
Please, just leave me alone. Expect you won't want to touch this place with a barge pole after today.
Nah, I like a bit of random anarchy. Keeps you young.
You wouldn't say that if you've been here these last few weeks.
You take this job really seriously, don't you?
Of course. It's important. What I really wanted to be was a nurse.
Well, it has its moments, believe me. Seriously though, it's never too late to train.
I probably wouldn't get in.
Well, they took me. It really is a great job. You should go for it if that's what you want.
Maybe I will. It'd be great if you guys did take this place over. You'd be so good with the students. It'd be nice to hand it over to the right people.
Are you thinking of moving on?
No, I just presumed that... Especially after before.
Okay, look. Whoever it is that walks through that door thinking bidding for this, you need to present yourself as an asset. How do you expect people to be positive about you if you're not?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
The show that lets you test before you invest.
Today we're
What are you doing out here all on your own?
in Manchester, lending a helping hand to a growing family with a looming property deadline.
That's your sandwich? Or shouldn't I mention witches?
Oh, very funny. No, I'm fine. Do you know, actually, no, I'm lying because I'm not fine. I'm too scared to go back into my room because it's all weird.
You really are nuts.
I know. But I've been looking through these acupuncture books, and in the traditional Chinese one, it says that some treatments can release suppressed energies.
Oh, come on. How can sticking a needle in someone release energy apart from say ow?
Because the whole point about acupuncture is it works on the energy meridians in the body, rebalancing, unblocking.
Oh, you're going to start talking about chakras and chi and crystals.
Oh, shush! Would you look? The Chinese believe that acupuncture can purge inner demons.
You really are being weird.
Oh, I know, and I've done this treatment a load of times, and this has never happened before.
Because the back door's never been opened before.
Yes, but there aren't any external windows in my room, are there? And I felt it, like I said, the blooming papers flew everywhere.
All right, look, there was a draft, and you knew more or less what the treatment was for. And there is something a little bit weird about that girl, okay? So you imagined this freaky energy thing.
All right, well, maybe, but how comes Erica felt it as well, then? I mean, I didn't mention anything to her about what the treatment was about, and when she went home, she was really upset.
Well, so would I be if some nutty woman was sticking needles in my head and talking about cosmic wind. Look, George, I don't mean to take the mickey, okay? But I do think you're completely overreacting, and I think it's all to do with these test results.
All right, well, maybe. But I do think I should give her a call and make sure she's okay.
Fine, but talk about the draft and not about the leaping dragon thing.
We've also got some buyers who've put in an offer which we've accepted.
Erica, hi, it's Dr. Wilson. Listen, I just wanted to give you a quick call and explain.
Hello?
Erica, hi. It's Dr. Woodson here. I just wanted to give you a quick call and apologise, really, and explain about the whole draft thing. Apparently, there was a fire door here that was left wide open because we'd had a delivery, so that kind of explains it, really.
Not the devil's work, then?
Definitely not, no, but I think your mum might be disappointed.
Well, don't worry. We haven't spoken in over a year anyway.
Really?
It's no big deal.
Well, then, you know, maybe there are some things in your life that you're suppressing or, you know, not dealing with.
Why don't you ask yourself that question?
Sorry?
Hadn't you better get that?
Oh, looks a lot more orderly in here. This is what it's usually like when I'm not brushed off my feet.
Have you got a spare info pack? I've left mine behind.
They should be in here somewhere. Sorry. It's next on my list to tidy up.
Well, what does it say about a cupboard reflecting the state of a person's mind?
Now, you see, I think with the number of students on the campus that we'll be fine with just one doctor and a nurse. We can always have a clinic in sick bay if we need to.
Sure. Hi, Karen. Oh, gosh, she's diabetic. Okay. There's some glucose solution in the sick bay. I'll get it.
Good girl.
Please just stop following me. I can feel you. It wasn't my fault. Please just let me live. All right then. That's what you want. Someone please help me.
You were quick off the mark.
I remember Dr. Wilson talking about her. She's not very good at managing her blood sugar levels. One of the locums put all this extra stuff in here yesterday as a joke. Not very funny when you haven't got time to breathe.
But with the right staff and strictures in place, should be pretty manageable.
Oh, yes. Used to be great.
Right, well, we'd better get back for afternoon surgery. Otherwise the mill will end up looking like this place. Oh, I meant when we came in.
All right.
You knew my mobile was going to ring, didn't you?
No.
Erica, what's going on?
Nothing. I'm fine.
No, you're not. Tell me what's wrong.
It's the house. Okay? There's someone in the house. She keeps moving things, following me. She won't leave me alone.
Who won't leave you alone?
You'll think I'm mad like everyone used to.
No, I won't, I promise.
It's my sister. I had this terrible dream about her before she died. I knew she was depressed. I'd been so supportive for months and months. I got busy at work. I was under a lot of pressure. And I explained it to her and I thought she understood.
Go on.
But then one night I had this dream. Jess was running through this field of poppies. But the poppies weren't red, they were grey. And I was running after her, trying to stop her. But she couldn't hear me. She just kept on running. And the poppies were sort of pulling at my legs. It was so vivid. I woke up with this strange ache in my chest. And I didn't do anything. I didn't phone her. I just turned over and tried to go back to sleep.
But you couldn't have.
She committed suicide in the early hours of that morning.
Oh, Erica, I'm so sorry. Your patient notes don't say anything about this.
No, I moved here to try and make a fresh start. To get away from the memories. And my mum...
Must she blame you, or...?
Of course. Once she knew about the dream, even though she'd never believed in any of my...
Your what?
Never mind. Either way, we haven't spoken to each other since.
It's not surprising that you would have an anxiety dream about your sister if you knew she was depressed.
I suppose.
It's not unreasonable that you would think that Jess is in your house because of the guilt. And if you haven't spoken to anybody about losing her, then there's every chance you haven't grieved her properly. But also, and I can't quite believe that I'm saying this, have you considered that the wind in the room was a release of the psychic energy that you've been repressing?
I'm not psychic. I'm not.
Oh, come on, Erica. Stop running away from it. It's making you ill.
I can't fight it anymore. I'm so tired. I keep seeing and hearing her all over the house, on the street. I managed to stop it. For years and years. It made my mum so angry, but since that dream...
I can't say what it is or what it isn't. But if Jess was trying to get in touch with you, do you really think that she would want to hurt you?
No. No, she wouldn't.
See you guys downstairs. Nice to meet you.
Hope we see you again soon.
Look at all these gigs at the Union. It's a bit more lively over here. I bet you know someone who can get us free tickets. Fingers crossed you win the bid then. I'll see you later.
No wonder you haven't been sleeping if you've been carrying all that guilt around. being brave. It's not your fault. I know you balked at the idea of therapy before, but I think bereavement counselling could help you.
I know I was a bit defensive before. I'm sorry, I couldn't face it.
What about now?
I think you're right. I'm gonna go. I've also been thinking I might look into this whole psychic thing. Maybe join a clairvoyant group, see if it's a load of rubbish or not once and for all.
Well, I can't help you with that. But I do know it's always best to face your demons head on.
Otherwise they come back and bite you on the tail?
Exactly. Did you ever consider that if Jess was trying to contact you, it might have been to forgive you or help you move on? Come and talk to me at the mill in a couple of days.
I'd really like that.
All right. I'd better get back for afternoon surgery or my name will be mud. I'll see myself out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I hope you do forgive me. Mum? How are you?
So, what do we think? Should we go for it?
It's a bit small for the extra admin aggro.
Oh, come on, don't be so negative. I mean, we can run it as a branch from the mill, and like I said, we can rotate over here with the new staff. You know, keep it tight.
Well, I'm well up for it. Sounds like a great plan.
You're just looking forward to the student eye candy.
I don't know what you mean, Dr. West.
And once you get your teeth into this, we're not going to see you at the mill.
Result.
Cheeky. We could work wonders here, you know it.
Only if we win the bid. Okay. Let's go for it.
Yes!
Why do I get the feeling we're going to get more than we bargained for?
Oh.
Get off!
We should get you to hospital, get you checked.
It's just a few minor cuts and bruises. It's nothing to worry about.
And you are?
These are actually quite strong. Do you know why your GP prescribed them in particular?
Oh, he didn't. My cousin got them for me.
Your cousin?
Look, if Julia can't see what's under her nose, that's her loss, not mine. And like you say, why should I care?
Dr. Sloane's on the hunt for a dead man. Stay with BBC One for Diagnosis Murder. Next. The one to watch tonight.
You get no say over who's on your team, and then when it all goes wrong, you get the blame. I put in 110%.
Yeah, mate, we've all got a story like that. Where are we?
A new series of Have I Got News for You at 9 on BBC One.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Oud Sphere. The Oud are happy to serve.
The circle must be broken.
What is it? What is the circle?
It's a revolution.
I'm on your side.
Have a nice day.
Doctor Who, tomorrow at 6:20 on BBC One. And if you missed the last episode, it's available now on BBC iPlayer.
9 more brave contestants face the horror of Anne Robinson in The Weakest Link at 5:15. But now on BBC One, we're piecing together the clues in the dead of night.
Gross examination of John Doe number 3 reveals a male, approximate age 35 years, primary injury, gunshot wound to the head.
The bullet severed the carotid artery, which combined with the gunshot wound to the left wrist resulted in exsanguination and death.
Hey, you're all alone in here.
Well, the only warm body anyway.
Where's your staff?
Sent him home.
Wow, before or after the restaurant shooting was called in?
After.
Leaving you with about a half dozen autopsies.
That's right.
That's a very interesting management strategy you have. And correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it the boss who goes home and gets a good night's sleep while the underpaid, underappreciated underlings stay here until 2 a.m.?
Not if the boss is responsible for the budget, and we have already maxed out on our employee overtime, okay?
I see. So then the advantage of being a boss is...
Bags under the eyes, an aching back, and a very short temper. Bye-bye, Jesse.
Bye, I'll see you tomorrow.
Case number 782269. Subject is a Caucasian male, approximately 30 to 35 years of age, 77 inches long, 220 pounds. Preliminary external examination reveals a gunshot entry wound to the left frontal parietal region of the scalp. There's no apparent burn or gunpowder residue or tippling present. He apparently suffered from massive...
Saw him leave, and a naked guy with half his head blown off. It was kind of hard to miss. So I want an officer at every exit, understood?
Yes, sir. You're lucky to be alive.
Not half as lucky as the man who attacked me.
How does a mistake like this happen?
Well, when the EMTs got to that restaurant, they found a massacre. It was a crisis situation. You know, if the bullet entered just under his scalp and skimmed along the skull, it would have caused massive blood loss, unconsciousness, and also a barely detectable pulse.
Any EMT would have said, bag him, he's dead, and moved on to somebody who still had a chance. Like that waitress we still have in surgery.
Well, that explains why he was mistaken for dead, but it doesn't explain why he tried to kill me.
Well, my guess is it had something to do with the shooting. And if that's true, he faces 6 counts of murder. 7 if that waitress doesn't pull through.
No wonder he didn't want to stick around.
It'd help if we knew who he was.
He took off with all the victims' toe tags, their files, their personal effects.
He's thinking pretty clearly for a guy with a bullet in his head.
Either that or he's deranged, which makes him a danger to everybody in the hospital.
Hey, bonjour, Celine. Hey, what's it like in Paris this morning, huh? Oh, yeah. Well, I've been thinking about you. Yeah, stuff. Good stuff, yeah. So, croissants really taste better over there? Yeah? You miss me? Hey, I'm saving myself for you, baby. Till you get back, I'm a monk. Yeah. Oui. No, don't rush off. Money means nothing to me. We can talk as long as you want.
This man is injured, and he's dangerous. And very possibly he's delusional. So if you see him, do not try to handle him yourself. Call security immediately. I don't want anybody around here taking any chances. Any questions? Okay, let's get back to work.
We lifted a bloody fingerprint off the stairwell railing. We're running it through NCIC right now.
Then he's definitely in the building.
The waitress come out of surgery yet?
Yeah, but she just had a bullet taken out of her chest. It'll be a while before she comes out of the anesthesia.
Well, let's hope it's soon. She's the only witness we've got.
Susan, we have a possible subdural hematoma. Start an IV, ringers, give me a cranial CT, and monitor his blood pressure closely.
What happened to the orderly?
John Doe just broke a mop handle over his head about 15 minutes ago.
Where?
On the 3rd floor.
Did he see anything?
Just stars.
This is Sloan. Get a team to the 3rd floor now.
What was he doing on the 3rd floor?
Distributing meds between long-distance phone calls to France.
Can you give me an inventory of his cart?
His cart, sure, yeah.
don't you light over this way? There? Yeah, you see anything? Keep right. Check this out. See anything?
Those cranial CTs just came in.
Thanks.